YouTube? I'm back again with another video. Today I should have been put this video up, honestly and truly, but today I'm going to be talking about my Med Surg Clinical. I took my Med Surg lecture and clinical whatever thing. I took that last semester, so that was fall 2017. I am about to start semester 3, so before I get new information on my brain, I want to make sure I go ahead and tell you guys what I thought about my Med Surg Clinical. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into the video. I just want to start off by saying, guys, that I absolutely loved my Med Surg Clinical. Compared to my semester 1 clinical, I just want to say real fast, and I know I've already talked about my semester 1 clinical like in another video. So the clinical for semester 1 goes with your fundamentals of nursing. And okay, of course we know that's the basics. So when you go to clinical, you know, you're not going to be doing as much, obviously, right? Because you're learning the basics. You're just fresh on the floor, which is understandable. So however, when you get into semester, or whatever semester that you take Med Surg, it was semester 2 for me. I remember when I first went to the hospital, I was like, this is a big difference. And even the hospitals that we were at, it was like, I don't want to say it was overwhelming, but it was not what I was used to in semester 1. In semester 1, in semester 1, there honestly wasn't that many patients like in the hospital alone. So when we got to semester 2 and we were at this large, facility, there were so many things going on. It was just so much to see. I was so excited. I was anxious. It was so many feelings that were like overwhelming me, like taking over me at once. And I was like, I remember like the first thing that I told my instructor, I was like, this is nothing like semester 1. Like, I feel like there's so many, like on the floor alone, I feel like there was that many patients in my semester 1 hospital. Like, it was crazy. But anyways, okay, so I feel like with my Med Surg Clinical, it was more hands-on. There was a lot more things for us to do, obviously, because once you go from semester 1 to semester 2, you're progressing, you're learning more things, you're learning how to do more things. So in semester 1, the only thing that we really did in my fundamentals of nursing clinical is we had really just passed out medications. It was really focused on our care plan, and then we like made beds. If the patients needed baths, we helped with that. And things like that. So when we got into semester 2, when we started doing IVs and, administering more medications and learning about medications because we were taking pharmacology, it all started connecting, and like coming in, like it was making more sense. And so like I said, with it being more hands-on, the nurses allowed us to do more things. They allowed us, to, take over, when I say by taking over, in semester 1, it was really like, okay, you can watch me do it, and then, next time if it happens again, then you can do it. But it was really never no next time. But with semester 1, like, they legit walked you through it, did I say semester 1 or semester 2? I don't know. But in my Med Surg Clinical, like the hospital we were at, and of course, obviously, I can only talk about the hospital. I don't know if it's like this for every semester or for every Med Surg Clinical. Of course, I can only talk for myself. But like I was saying, the nurses legit, like, okay, here you are. I'm going to walk you through it, and, you're going to learn that way. And I honestly value that so much more versus, yes, I'm a visual person. I like to see you do it, but at the same time, I feel like it's going to stick with me more and stick with me faster if, you let me do it myself and you want me through it. Of course, at first, it was really nerve-wracking. It was like, I don't want to mess this up. Like, this is a real-life patient. I don't want to be the one for, any mistakes. But at the end of the day, it was so worth it. I'm so glad, that's the way it worked out. And then, like I'm saying, I'm looking over here at my book, but like, you use more skills and you're using your skills more. So it's starting to stick with you more when it comes to like administering medications like IV, IM, sub-Q, all that. It starts to stick with you. And so it comes like second nature, The next thing, and I've already said this, understanding medications more. So with my Med Surg lecture class, we also, like our semester 2 was made up of Med Surg and pharmacology. So when I say we understood like medications more, when we saw a medication, like, okay, so versus in semester 1, when we saw a medication, we were like, yes, we did a care plan on it. Yes, we researched the night before, but at the same time, it was still like, I still had to go back and look at my care plan because it wasn't sticking with me. Like, I wasn't sure what the medication was exactly being used for, what the adverse effects were for, how it affected, the patient alone. But in my Med Surg Clinical, since we were taking pharmacology, it was like I saw medication, I knew what it was used for, I knew, what effect it would have on the body, any adverse effects, any, any teaching that the patient should have. As the semester went on and as I started to see the medications more, as I started to, be tested on those medications in my pharmacology class, everything became second nature and you started to understand it more. And another thing that I absolutely loved, it caught me off guard at first, but at the facility we were at, I absolutely, and I say I loved it, but I remember the first time this happened, I was like, I wasn't prepared, like this didn't happen in semester 1. So the nurses actually, okay, so let's just say, okay, I'm trying to see how to figure out how to put this. So when you come in, this is how we have to do it. So when we come in for, our clinical day, we're coming in around the time that the nurses are, like the night nurse is giving the day nurse, report. So we're supposed to be there listening to the report. So after they, talk about their report, things like that, then the nurse kind of hands off the report, your patient report, because we only have one patient. So the nurse talks to you about your specific patient. So I remember the first time this happened, me and my nurse were talking about the patient that I had, and then all of a sudden so we went to go look at the patient's lab values. And so she was like, okay, I can't remember exactly what it was, but she was like, okay, so let's just say like the red blood cells were low. So, and I know this is simple and easy. Obviously, this is not what we were talking about, but let's just say she said, okay, like the red blood cells are low. So what is going on in the patient's, body, or what's wrong with your patient that you think, why are her red bloods or his or her red blood cells low? Why is this happening? The nurse legit quizzed me on the spot, and I was like you have to do, and that's how you know, like you have to know. You have to know. You have to do your research before, and even then, and it wasn't even like, oh, well, you don't know this, like, how are you a nursing student? It wasn't like that at all. It was really, okay, well, you don't know it, well, let's just, let's talk it out so maybe you can understand. And that's when I tell y'all that helped me out so much. It helped me understand things more, and honestly, it made me more comfortable, to be around the nurses. You'll see, and I feel like I'm still learning, but like, the more you see and the more you understand and the more you research, you learn, you're tested, you see, or I saw how things started to connect together. Why medications had this effect on the body, why the patient was taking the medication, why the patient couldn't take a medication at a certain point. Let's just say like the patient had to take digoxin. Now I know why, like in semester 1, had I seen a patient was supposed to be administered digoxin, but for whatever reason, now the nurse is talking about, oh, we can't administer it because, the heart rate is such and such and such. Like, at first, I would have been like, what? Like, if it's ordered, why is it not being given? But now I know, there's certain, as a nurse, you have to critically think. And I see that now in semester 2, I learned that. Like, you have to critically think. You have to see. You literally have to know what's going on with your patient. Because, like, if I want to administer digoxin, if, the heart rate is at a certain point, I have to know whether or not I can administer that medication. So that's what I'm saying when I say, everything ties together and you see, why things are set up the way they are. It just all starts to make sense. And like I said, I honestly, and I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy my semester 1 clinical, but semester 2 was just so much better for me. I feel like I learned a lot more. I personally liked Med Surg way more than I liked Patho. And I tell all my friends this. I literally tell every person this I talk to when I talk about nursing school. I hated Patho with a passion. Like, I did not like it at all. So when it came to Med Surg, I was like, okay, so Med Surg is how am I going to treat the patient? Patho was like, okay, you need to learn the diseases, learning how it works. But when I got to Med Surg, it was like, okay, now I know what's going on, but I need to know what am I going to do, to treat it. So that's why I say I just loved it so much more. Again, my semester 3 starts next week. I take OB and Peds. So I feel like this semester is going to be so much more interesting. It's actually something, that I want to, go into once I graduate. Stuck on labor and delivery or neonatal. I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I'm stuck right now on labor and delivery and neonatal. At one point in time, I had this thought of wanting to do emergency room. I don't know. Honestly, truly, I don't know. I just feel like going into OB and Peds this semester is going to help me that much more to understand, okay, is this something that I truly and really want to do. So like I said, I start that next semester. If you guys are starting med surg this semester, good luck. I loved it. I hope you love it. My semester 2 alone, I truly, honestly enjoyed. Yes, it was hard. Let me not forget to add that in there. Yes, it was real stressful, but at the end of the day, I truly enjoyed it. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any videos you would like me to do, make sure you drop them down below in the comments. Email me. Some of you have been emailing me. Again, some of you are still emailing me about the HESI. Keep emailing me. I'll keep sending out the study packets that I've been giving you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.